Diamonds in the rough. NFL Draft Diamonds. Time to shine.
Hi, my name is Jimmy Williams with NFL Draft Diamonds, and we are presented by the Hula Bowl. Today I have with me Jaleel McLaughlin. He's a running back out of Youngstown State. Nice to have you, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How's it going?
Going well. Actually been a while. I've been wanting to talk to you for a good long while. I mean, a guy who I know blew it up in the Division II ranks, eventually got there to Youngstown State, and now doing some great things. So give us a little bit of that background, if you don't mind. Tell me where you're from and how you got there ultimately to Youngstown.
Oh yeah. Yes. I'm, originally from Spring Lake, North Carolina. My mom lives in Fayetteville, North Carolina, right now. I moved to Marshville, North Carolina, my freshman year of high school. So right before my ninth grade year, I went to Forest Hills High School. And right out of high school, I went to Notre Dame College of Ohio. Got recruited to play running back there at Notre Dame College of Ohio. I played 2 years at Notre Dame College of Ohio. With COVID and everything that was going on, and just wanting to play against the best, I decided to transfer up. I transferred to the FCS, the Missouri Valley Football Conference. Transferred to Youngstown State University. And yeah, now we're here. Had a spring season, played in the spring season during COVID. Had played in the fall of last year, and now we're here in 2022 playing in the fall.
Cool. I mean, for people who followed you at the Division II level, it's kind of I don't know. I don't know if people should know that your time in Division II is probably some of the best that we can get out of a guy at your position. I mean, you're talking about a guy who I believe was like a two-time finalist for the Harlan Hill. Believe you should have won it one year. I don't know what the damn deal was, but when you run for like 2,300 damn yards, I don't know what the hell keeps you from that award. But hey, it is what it is, man. You completely blew things up there. Talk about your time there at Notre Dame College.
Yeah, Notre Dame College, came in one of the lone schools to believe in me to play running back. So that's why I went to Cleveland. That's how I ended up in Cleveland from North Carolina. And yeah, it was awesome, man, to come into camp. The first we had 2.5 weeks before we played against Shepherd, a ranked Division II opponent that we played against my first game ever. Coming into the second week of camp, I got named a starter, and yeah, really just took off from there. Um, yeah, it was a great run at Notre Dame College. First year, I believe we went to the Final Four. I believe we went to and lost down there in Valdosta State. And then my second year, my sophomore year, at Notre Dame College of Ohio, we went to the Elite Eight at Notre Dame College of Ohio. And yeah, man, it's been great. It's a good run there. And then I decided to transfer up to Youngstown State University. But Notre Dame College was definitely I have love for Notre Dame College of Ohio because those guys, took a chance on me, as people would say, to play the running back position. One of the lone schools that wanted me to have the ball in my hands, and it's just been great from there.
And then, of course, you found your way there to Youngstown. I think that I feel like it took you a minute to get yourself, together there, but you eventually found yourself there at Youngstown as well. I know last season ended up going first team all conference, which is great. Very competitive conference, Missouri Valley. And it's no joke. I mean, you're facing like the best guys in FCS football. So how would you, I don't know, maybe describe that difference between those two offenses, when you're looking at like Notre Dame College versus Youngstown State? Can you kind of walk me through a little bit of the differences there?
I think at Notre Dame College it was more of Coach Mickey Mennel. He was more of a what would I say? It was more of a spread out, type of offense. You didn't really have many tight ends attached or anything like that. It was more of a true, 10 per 11 personnel type set, 10 personnel type set, with four true wide receivers in the game. And once I came here to Youngstown State, it's more of a we actually have a on the ball tight end or a set tight end here, our double tight ends here, moving into a 12 personnel type of team, 11 personnel type offense. So I think it was definitely different, a shift, because I was used to being more spread out at Notre Dame College of Ohio, but they're doing great things here at Youngstown State also. So yes, it was a shift, but I've been excited and happy to learn more and more in the offense here at Youngstown State that I've been blessed to learn just by learning different things, and that's been great to me.
Great. So, I know when you first got there to Youngstown, they threw you out there on special teams, returning some kicks. How is that going for you? You feeling comfortable doing that? Because I don't know if did you ever even do that at Notre Dame? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, so yeah, I actually did it. In Notre Dame College of Ohio, the first game against Shepherd, I took one back. But then we also had the main returner. They kicked it to me, but the main returner, Marvell Ross, which went and played with the Jaguars a little bit. He was a dangerous returner also. So eventually, I was back there on KR. But they stopped kicking to us back there, because you had two really dynamic returners. But yeah, I did do kickoff return, and punt return also. With Marvell Ross was the number one punt returner, but I was right behind him. He was a very dynamic guy and stuff like that. But yeah, I did return a lot of kicks at Notre Dame College. Yeah, so and then once I got here to Youngstown State, I returned a lot of kicks also, but they've moved me from that role a little bit.
So, I mean, obviously, let's just kind of get some of the big questions out of the way, man. I mean, obviously, biggest knock that people are gonna talk to you about is your size. I know you're not that big of a guy. What Answer that question for me, man? When people say, "Hey, this guy isn't very big," what the heck comes to your mind? What kind of answer you want to tell these people, these doubters?
Uh, I would say, I don't really hear the what would I say, the people that I'm playing against say that, is what I would say. It's all about, you know, uh the other people saying that, is what I would say, that, don't aren't really, lacing them up, is what I would say. Or I would say, like, that's just outside noise, is what I would say. Because once we step in between those lines, I don't think that matters at all. I think your heart, and your hard work is what really matters out there on the football field, and that's what I'm gonna continue to do, is just continue to show that my mindset, that I try to not be denied. My heart, and my hard work is anything, is what I believe in. Not what anyone else could say about my size or anything about that. And I'll just continue to showcase, you know, my God-given ability, and I'm excited. I actually like that, though. I actually like that. People may say, he's small, because that's just underestimating, and then once we get in the game, it's different. So
Well,
yeah,
hey,
I'm
I
excited
mean,
about that.
I know a lot of people might underestimate you, but the people that do underestimate you, they're gonna get what they got coming to them. I mean, I will say, of the guys that I have talked to about you, even some of your former teammates, man, like they sing high praises about you and your work ethic, and what you're able to do, like on the field, in the weight room. Talk to me about your strides in the weight room, because I mean, a guy your size, about 185 ish, has got to make some strides in the weight room. Talk about how that has improved for you over the years.
Yeah, I definitely took coming out from my freshman year. I definitely took the weight room very seriously from then. I took the weight room very, very seriously, working out, more than just the workout that the coaches and everyone give us. I take that stuff very seriously. And I've been able to see strides in myself on film of finishing, falling forward all the time, and trying to run through guys and stuff like that is what I've been taking pride in a lot. And that's what I've been working hard to do, in the weight room. I think that definitely is a direct reflection on the football field how hard you work in the weight room, and I've been just trying to showcase that.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm just trying to, get like the full, aspect of you as an athlete. I mean, obviously, speed kills. You are like a 4-4 guy, a legit 4-4 guy. For people who don't know, like somewhere between that 4-4 and 4-4-5, in between some, there somewhere. Um, what do you think you're gonna, run whenever somebody put you on the clock? Like you got like a target you're trying to reach?
Definitely. Mid 4.3 is what I'm going for. Mid 4.3, low 4.3 is what I'm trying to get to. I definitely think that I can get to that as long as because I haven't did any training for that. Haven't did any training for that, and you can see without the training is you know what I put on the clock. Is what I could say. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited for the training for that because I think that a lot of it'll be a lot of heads turning once that time does come for me to showcase my speed and ability running the 40. So I'll be excited. I'll be excited, man. I can't wait.
Cool. Did you ever run track? I mean, did you do any other sports in your high school days?
Yeah. I ran track. My 11th state champion. My 11th grade year and my 12th grade year of high school. State champion. Back to back. 4x1. My my junior year, I won. We won a 4x1. In my senior year. At states to set the meet record. I mean, I set the school record with a 48-1 and a 400
Nice.
and then one in the 4x1 and the 4x2 also. So yeah, I've been a track guy, really all my life. My mom, since I was 6 or 5 years old, I've been running track. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, the 48, I mean, that's a really kick-ass number. So I mean, you're flying like that's a sprint, like that whole 400 meters. So I can't imagine myself doing that. So Um, hey, I know you've had a lot of great memories over the years, with all the stuff that you were able to do at Notre Dame College and then now there at Youngstown State. And I know right now we're only a few weeks into this season, but what has been some of the highlights of your career so far? Is there maybe like a game or a play or a moment that has stuck out so far?
Um, I don't know, man. I really enjoyed my whole college career. Honestly, so I don't know if I could, point out one. Um, I don't know what I would say. One highlight, is what I could say. I don't know if I could point out, but there's been multiple games where I'm just out there, enjoying it, having fun with the guys, and man, it's I don't know. I can't really point out one highlight, but I think that I really enjoy my college career, and I'm excited for what this year has in store also.
Sure. I mean, a guy who I know loves this game, but just kind of want to get your thought. I mean, why do you like this game of football? Like, what is like the big thing about this sport that draws you to it?
Really is that you gotta come to work every day. You have to come to work every day. Is really my favorite part about it because, and you can see in basketball say, you know, there's high schoolers that already projected number one, number two overall draft pick by, 2023, 2024 already. Just and they're in high school right now. But college football doesn't. There's nothing like that. Not really. Especially not coming out of high school. You have to really prove yourself day in and day out, or to be able to make it to the big leagues. And I think that that's what I really enjoy the most. Day in and day out. If you don't come on your best game, the person across from you is they're gonna punch you in the mouth. So I think that that's what my favorite part about it is that you have to come in and day out, ready to compete, ready to be the best. And that's what I really look forward to every single day. I'm excited about practice tomorrow. And I'll continue to, be excited about each day out there on the football field.
Gotcha. Real quick, I want to give you the opportunity to shout out some of your boys there at Youngstown State. I mean, who does everybody need to know that's working hard there for your team?
Oh man, there's multiple guys out there working hard. I would say, shout out to those guys up front, the offensive line, Mike, you know, oh man, Jay Will, RJ, AP, all of these guys are, working hard. Shout out, at the receiver position, Bryce Oliver. Man, offensive tackle, man, guys are working really, really hard. Everybody's working really, really hard. Metric Crenshaw at quarterback. Man, there's so many guys I could just name. Everyone out here is working hard. And shout out to these guys because I'm excited, I'm excited for this year, man. I'm excited to see the strides that we've already made and the strides we're going to continue to make.
No doubt, man. Got to give some love to the guys there up front that are blocking for you and creating them holes. So,
Shout out to Dave too, Mets. Yeah, that's my guy.
gotcha. Let's step off the football field a little bit. I kind of am curious about this guy, Jaleel McLaughlin, like outside the game of football. So, tell me something about yourself that maybe not everybody knows, something unique, special, hobbies, interests, or whatever. Tell me something about you.
I'm a huge, studier. I know you said, outside of football, is what, but I'm a huge studier of greatness. I love to watch. If it's not football, then I'm watching, the greats and Kobe Bryant and the LeBrons, the Michael Jordans, the monster. I'm a huge, studier of greatness. I love greatness in boxing. With the guys up and coming, and you know I'm just a huge study of people who work hard and built the life for themselves. I'm a huge study of that. If it's not me watching football, I'm watching greatness is what I would say. And I love to do that.
Sure. And I mean, I know you gone to two separate institutions. What have you done as a student so far? I mean, can you kind of elaborate on that just a little bit?
Yes. I'm actually I actually graduate this fall. I'm graduating with a business administration degree in business, and Youngstown State University here has a great college of business in Williamson, and they've been teaching me a lot about the business aspect, a lot about leadership, a lot about nonprofit, a lot about many different things that I want to get involved in. After football is done, and even when football is going on, and I'm excited about it.
Cool. And tell me at least one neat fact about like your hometown, like where you grew up. I mean, where would we go? What would we do? Tell me something about your hometown.
Um, what would I say about my hometown? Spring Lake and Fayetteville, North Carolina. It's a great place. I would say it's a great place to grow up. A lot of guidance out of there. A lot of guidance out there. Actually, Fayetteville, North Carolina. J. Cole is from there. Jermaine Cole is the huge rapper, and he's been doing a great job with leading is what I would say. We have a lot of different talent in Fayetteville, North Carolina. That's what I would say about it. It's great. It's a lot of different people there, and it's outstanding, I think.
Cool. And is there like a go-to like restaurant out there, like by your hometown? Like, what's that one place that you would take? Like, if I were to come like visit you, where would we go? Like, is there one of those joints you would take me to?
Uh, I would say actually, I'm a huge Bojangles guy. I like Bojangles a lot. That they don't really have up north here in Ohio. So I've been missing it a little bit, but I'm a huge Bojangles guy. So I'll probably, if you haven't had it before, I'll probably, take you there. But yeah, I like Bojangles a lot.
Yeah, I'd have to go down I-95 just a little bit, but I'd eventually get to it. So
Sure.
I definitely feel you. So uh nice to at least get some of that personality there out of you a little bit. So I appreciate that. Um Obviously a lot's changed over the years. I mean, certainly you have grown. There have been a lot of people that may have poured into you. Is there maybe one particular lesson that you've learned during your time at either Notre Dame College or there at Youngstown State? Is there a lesson from a coach that maybe you could share real quick?
Um, what would I say? Coaches always tell me that who I am is good enough. I write that down every time before a football game. I'm a big note taking guy, but I write that down. That you don't have to be, anything else besides yourself. Who, I am is good enough. Who you are is good enough as a person, as a human being, out there on the football field, anywhere in life. Who you are is good enough, and that's what coaches here at Youngstown State really installed into me. And I thank them a lot for that. That you don't have to be anything extra is what I would say. And that's really the biggest lesson that I've learned coming here, really.
Gotcha. So just go out there and you be you, basically, is what you're trying to say. So you
And
need
that out there on the football field, that's out in the environment, that's in class, that's anywhere. Who you are is good enough as a person, and I take that with me everywhere.
awesome, awesome. Do want to give you the last word here. I mean, I know that there's a ton of scouts that are wondering about you, that come to your practices, that go to your games, that maybe just want to hear it from you, man. I mean, I want you to take a moment, look into the camera, and tell guys like what they'd be getting if they took a chance on you, signed you, drafted you, brought you into their franchise, and what kind of player they'd be getting. So go ahead and hit them with your pitch.
Number one, you're going to get a guy that's going to work hard every day in and day out, no matter the circumstance, no matter the weather, no matter the odds. You're going to get a guy that's going to work hard day in and day out. And my number one thing I pray for every day is to every time I step out there on the football field is that people are witnessing greatness. So I think that you're going to witness greatness, and allowing me to to come to your team. And I think that I'm a huge competitor. I'm gonna compete day in and day out, and man, I can't wait to get the opportunity to do so.
Yeah, I mean, I know that dude, there's a lot that you bring to the table. I mean, and I keep saying this, but I mean, people need to not underestimate you because like pound for pound, one of the strongest suckers that I know. I do remember again, like I said, I mean, I was talking to one of your teammates last year, and he praised you a lot for your work ethic, and I know that you're the kind of guy that would continue to do so at the professional level, doing a lot, coming in as maybe a change of pace guy, coming in maybe on third downs or whatever, doing some work on special teams, taking some returns, really going out there and doing a whole lot for a team. So, buddy, I do wish you best of luck with this upcoming season and everything else that you got on in your life. So, anything else that you want to close this out with real quick?
No, man, thank you for having me on here. It's been great. Thank you so much.
Sure, no problem. Once again, I got Jaleel McLaughlin. He's a running back out of Youngstown State. Definitely keep an eye on him this year. There's a lot of great things happening there at Youngstown State.